this lovely sheet of analyzing and tracking the derivative data for your stock, let me touch to few important concepts. And it's up to you whether you want to introduce that concept as part of the sheet or not. The premium in discount. We have read this premium in discount during our derivative classes. That future price is equal to spot price plus the cost of carry, correct? And the typical cost of carry component is the cost of fund. And in case of commodities, the cost of carry is actually the delivery cost as well. Now, cost of carry tends to be positive most of the time, as the major component of the cost of carry is the interest cost. However, the cost of carry can be negative due to adjustment factors like dividend, split, etc., or bonus. Since future market has different market dynamics than spot, and it offers leverage in positions, spot tends to follow the future in most of the cases. However, in case of commodity and currency, current month and spot, they move in tandem, because there is a convenience yield factor which plays on the commodity and the currency side. Thus, any major buying or selling in market will first get reflected in the future prices, and then the effect of the same will be followed in the spot. Make sense? What is basis? Basis is the difference between future and the spot prices. Basis is positive when the future is greater than spot, and basis is negative when the future is below the spot. You know, high premium indicates there is a buying in future, thus positive trend in the market. As simple as that. So, if you see this graph of Nifty, you can clearly evidently say that the line graph, which is the Nifty, and the historical or the bar graphs, which is the difference between Nifty future and Nifty spot, as the market is tending towards a positive territory, the difference is plus. That means future is trading above spot, and the difference is growing bigger. So that means there is an intrinsic buying in Nifty future which is going on. That indicates that market is assuming that Nifty will go further. In fact, the other way around is also correct. Because market is expecting Nifty to go further, more players are coming into the market, and it is creating a snowball effect where the market is getting priced with new buyers coming in, and the price is going up and up. So in case of stock also, if you can plot the difference between cash and spot in your Excel sheet, and you can track the difference. So in case of bullishness in the stock, you will see future will trade above the spot. In case of bearishness, future will trade below the spot. Okay. So shall we attempt this in Maruti? The only problem with an Excel is that you have to adjust it with the dividend, if any. If you don't adjust, then the wrong data will be absolutely wrong. However, let us insert cash minus future here. So cash minus future is essentially future current month price. We're talking about the closing price here, minus spot current month price, which is again the closing price. This is not percentage, this is okay, this is a simple number with 2 decimals in it. There cannot be any conditional formatting in this. Okay. So this cash future is kind of indicative and giving us a feeling that whenever there is any long position buildup, there is significant difference between future and spot, and there is buying interest in future. This gives us a confidence that yes, the people are overall very positive. They are building position in the market, as well as they are inclined to buy future aggressively against the spot, because they are paying basis cost to the market, right? And to pay the basis cost, they are sure that market will go up substantially. That's why they are paying the basis cost to the market. Am I clear? Yeah. Similar concept you can derive from rollover statistics. Now, what is rollover statistics? As I said, rollover statistics is basically how much of the position of current month is getting rolled over to the next month. If there is significant position in the current month and lot of position is getting rolled over to the next month, that means people are confident about their position in the current month, and they would like that confidence to continue in the next month. Now the confidence can be towards the long position or towards the short position. So if more rollover is happening vis-a-vis the rollover which has happened in last expiry, the probability that in this expiry the market will respect the positions of current expiry, be it long position or short position, and there is a quite high chance that the trend of the long or the short position, depending upon the position, that will continue in the next expiry as well, presuming that the open position is not getting squared. The moment open position is getting squared, the previous open interest of long or short will lose its relevance. Is it clear? Let's see an example. Again, a Maruti example. So if you see the open interest of cumulative open interest of Maruti on this date, when the rollover has been done, 237% of rollover. This is the expiry OI, and this was the OI when the contract was there, and this is an OI after the expiry. Now you see, open interest has reduced substantially at a cumulative level. So this overall long position in the market in Maruti for that month, because the rollover has not been so effective, the long position in the market for that month cannot be trusted so much that it will get carried over to the next month aggressively. So that's why if you see, if the price was on the expiry, if the price was around 5400, until as the open interest, so there was an open interest reduction. The price actually towards the expiry went up to 5,800. If you see the next month, again the open interest rollover is pretty handsome. Earlier the rollover was 237%, now the rollover is almost 361%. And in quantum terms, 108, these many contracts and these many contracts. That means a significant confidence in new position build-up has been taken over. So that means the longs will continue to dominate Maruti. So that's why we can make a judgment that possibility that the strength of buyer of the contract will have a larger say for the next expiry as well. Again, I'm throwing a caveat. Do not trade purely basis on one data points. At a consolidated level, you should make a view for each data points, and whenever majority of the data is suggesting a similar kind of a view, then you should trade, otherwise you should not trade. That's the philosophy which everyone should follow.